Do you have an example of a song that you worked on that you can say, well, this is what he brought to it and this is how we collaborated?
Huh. Well, I mean, they all kind of came about in different ways. Some songs came from his impetus, like some guitar chords he had. Some songs came from, a lot of them were kind of born in the moment, from the two of us going, oh, well, I want to do something like this, and things like Something to Say and Phoenix were kind of born out of something in the moment that we both got excited about. And then Baby Blue was something that I kind of recorded the drum and guitar with Josh, and played in the Josh Klinghoffer, and played in the bass, and I played in the kind of tinkly keyboard thing, and then Brian came in and finished off at the kind of made the production whole, and then I did the lyrics about a year later. So we worked in lots of different ways.
What is for you? Well, how do you look back on your previous album? What are your thoughts
on the previous album?
Yeah? And then what
like
did you bring?
I just there's some really lovely things on it and good stuff to. Some really lovely songs and a lot to respect about that album. It doesn't hang. The progression for this album is that this album's very cohesive and hangs together well. Has a kind of consistent energy and perspective, I think. And so, like the main things I wanted to achieve and develop from the last album are in there. So the last one was just a kind of collection of, I don't know, trying stuff out, really trying to find things out. Whereas this album is really different because I started with a strong idea from the beginning.
Which was for you? What was your?
Which was, I did the song Poison, and then I really struck me that that's what I wanted to do, is do songs with a really strong melodic and lyrical hook and musical hooks, and for them to be simple, not subtle or complicated, or and so that was the main framework, and those are the kind of cornerstones of the album. But then you've got other stuff in there like Snowman, which has got quite a complicated chord sequence. And you've got things that have, they don't adhere to the strict repetitive melody, like with Valentine and what else? Maybe mainly Valentine, I can't think now. Yeah, everything else, I mean, most of them have a pretty strict melody pattern.
I also read somewhere that for you it was really important to reach the age of 29, and that's something that was
it's kind of mildly profound, because it was that's how old my dad was when he died. So it's just one of those moments, imagine.
And was it that something that you brought into this album, maybe lyric-wise?
Not consciously, but it was something. I mean, I was consciously away from the album thinking about it. It was kind of something that was going on with me, rather than something that I literally injected into the album. As it's not a theme I've tried to kind of tidy up and come to terms with in one song somewhere. But it's an influence,
Yeah, because what you were saying is more about, well, what have I achieved looking back, more or less?
That desire to consolidate, really, and to kind of feel galvanized for the next part, and to move on intentionally and deliberately, rather than go with the flow or see what happens,
So it gave you more focus then?
Yeah, ultimately, yeah.